So today I actually wanted to kind of do a continuation of yesterday. I talked a lot about like when tragedy strikes your life and basically how dark that is and why it happens, why the cosmic slap of life happens. Um, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about my cosmic slap. It's more like a punch in the face, but it happened a little over a year ago. I was really depressed from maybe 23 years old till probably a year ago. Severely depressed. I've heard every diagnosis in the fucking DSM-V, whatever you call it. So, you know, when I say I understand how dark depression can feel, how heavy it is, that shit is like a ton. How I came out of it though was actually not conscious, meaning it's not like I said, oh, I want to try to heal my illness. It didn't happen that way. It actually happens after something really tragic happens in my life. And the last relationship I was in, it basically ended very, very tragically. And so I stumbled upon this book called Radical Forgiveness. And I found myself even disgusted by the word forgiveness. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, the state of victimization I was in, excuse the noise. The state of victimization that I was in was so deep that even seeing the word forgiveness was like, I'm not trying to fucking forgive nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I read it. And that's when the miracle happened. Literally, I think I was maybe 20 pages in when I felt this huge lift, shift, whatever you want to call it. It was like every single tragic pain that had ever hit my life lifted off of me. Every trauma, every suppressed pain, everything just like someone waved a magic wand over my head or something. Seriously, it was that miraculous. And I remember just crying for hours. I mean, I just felt this amazing bliss wash over me, and I still don't have, a logical explanation for how my mental illness just vanished into thin air, literally. I even had debilitating anxiety that went away. The reason why I believe forgiveness is what cured my mental illness was because it did. And I think a lot of us even myself had a very messed up definition of what forgiveness actually is and how to move into a space of forgiveness. Like, I don't ever remember being taught what forgiveness is, what it is not, ever. I searched the internet and I was just finding a lot of just crap that, just a lot of techniques that's dressed up as forgiveness. I will say that. What I learned from reading Radical Forgiveness by Collin was that forgiveness is an energy shift. Like, literally, it showed me that every pain, everything I've ever experienced in life was steering me to my highest purpose. It was steering me to the lessons that I needed to learn. It was trying to heal me. Pain is to heal you. Anything that's triggering, even people, like anything that triggers you negatively, emotionally, that's trying to heal you. Now, let me just say that remembering the state of depression and just like suicidal ideation, like the depth of it that I was in. Had anybody, I mean, people used to come up to me and say things like, oh, try meditation, or try this, or try positive thinking, or like all this crap. Meanwhile, I'm like ready to jump off the bridge, and you're like talking to me about that I created like this life, that I created this situation. I would literally feel like slapping people. So I just need y'all to know that like I totally understand how like this might sound, because when I was in that depression, I knew for a fact that I would end my life. There was like, I had come to terms with that I was gonna end my life. So nobody could talk me out of that. Like, that was the cognition that I had, and nobody would have been able to break me out of that depth, that level of pain. You know, we all have to awaken at our own time. That's just it. But again, like I said, I suggest picking up Radical Forgiveness, because what it's gonna do is it's gonna show you that basically every pain in your life you created, and if you created it, that means you can undo it. Once I had that cognition of I can create a totally different life, that if I created all this fucked up shit, if I allowed my default life, because that's what I was living, a default life, if I allow this default life to continue to run my life, then yes, I will be suicidal. If you let this place with these powerless cognitions run your life, you will be depressed for the rest of your life. And that was the book that led me on the spiritual journey that I'm on now. It's the reason why I'm able to see the world differently now. It's the reason why I'm not depressed anymore. It's the reason why I feel like I can manage. I mean, after reading that book, it was like I needed 3 hours of sleep a night. I was so high. I was just like in this huge space of high vibration. And all I could do was just tell people, oh my God, buy this book, buy this book. So that's all I really wanted to share today. This video is long enough. Make sure you subscribe, because there will be lots more of info. And please leave comments down below, because I will get back to you. What is the purpose of having this channel if I'm not gonna communicate with you guys? So I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for even listening to what the hell I have to say.